Across the globe, hidden beneath serene lakes, nestled within sprawling national parks and lurking beneath seemingly peaceful landscapes, lie slumbering giants. These are not mythical creatures of folklore but geological titans, supervolcanoes. Capable of eruptions thousands of times larger than anything in human history, these behemoths have the power to reshape continents and plunge the world into chaos. If one were to awaken, it wouldn't just be local news, it'll change the world. Join me now as we delve into the heart of these sleeping giants, exploring their destructive potential and the profound impact they have had and could have again on our planet. A volcano, even a powerful one, is a familiar sight. A cone-shaped mountain, spewing lava and ash. These eruptions, while dramatic, are relatively localized events. But a supervolcano is different. It doesn't announce itself with a towering peak or a dramatic silhouette. Instead, it hides in plain sight, often marked by a vast, crater-like depression known as a caldera, a scar left behind by its previous cataclysmic eruptions. These calderas are formed when the ground collapses after a massive eruption. These calderas can stretch for tens of miles, dwarfing even the largest of their more conventional volcanic cousins. The sheer size of these formations is a testament to the incredible power of supervolcanoes. What distinguishes a supervolcano is not just its size, but its awesome power. The energy released during an eruption is almost unimaginable. While a regular volcano might eject a few cubic kilometers of material, a supervolcano eruption can unleash over 1,000, enough to bury entire continents in ash and dim the sun's light for years. This can lead to dramatic climate changes and have devastating effects on life across the planet. The Earth bears the scars of these ancient titans, remnants of their explosive power etched into the landscape. In the heart of Yellowstone National Park, a 40-mile-wide caldera marks the resting place of one such giant, a reminder of the immense forces that once shaped our world. Travel to Indonesia, and you'll find the serene Lake Toba, its placid surface hiding a violent past, a testament to nature's duality. This unassuming lake fills the caldera of a supervolcano that erupted 74,000 years ago, an event so powerful it plunged the Earth into a volcanic winter, a period of prolonged cold and darkness that affected the entire planet. These eruptions were not isolated incidents but part of a global pattern of volcanic activity. Across the globe, from New Zealand's Taupo caldera, a site of one of the most powerful eruptions in history, to the Campi Flegrei near Naples, Italy, a region still simmering with geothermal activity, the evidence of past supervolcanic eruptions paints a sobering picture of their devastating potential, reminding us of the raw power that lies beneath our feet. Perhaps the most closely watched supervolcano lies beneath the iconic landscapes of Yellowstone National Park. Its last major eruption, 640,000 years ago, ejected enough material to bury a city the size of New York under a mile of ash. Today, beneath the park's geysers and hot springs, the ground heaves and rumbles, a constant reminder of the immense forces at work. Scientists carefully monitor every tremor, every gas emission, searching for clues to the volcano's next move. They know that Yellowstone is capable of another super eruption, but the question is not if, but when. Chapter 4. Imagine a day that begins like any other, the sun shining, birds singing. Then the ground begins to tremble. A deep guttural roar echoes across the land as a supervolcano awakens. The eruption would be unlike anything witnessed in human history. A towering column of ash and gas would rise into the atmosphere, blotting out the sun and turning day into night. Pyroclastic flows, avalanches of superheated gas and rock, would race across the landscape, incinerating everything in their path. But the devastation wouldn't end there. Chapter 5. As the initial eruption subsides, a new threat would emerge, a global volcanic winter. The massive amounts of sulfur dioxide injected into the atmosphere would reflect sunlight back into space, causing global temperatures to plummet. Crops would fail, leading to widespread famine. Water supplies would be contaminated, and infrastructure would crumble under the weight of ash. The delicate balance of the Earth's ecosystems would be thrown into disarray, with potentially catastrophic consequences for life as we know it. Chapter 6. Some scientists believe that the Toba eruption 74,000 years ago offers a chilling glimpse into the potential consequences of a supervolcanic eruption. Evidence suggests that Toba's eruption plunged the Earth into a volcanic winter that lasted for years, decimating populations of plants and animals. Some researchers even hypothesize that the Toba eruption had a profound impact on human evolution, creating a genetic bottleneck that nearly wiped out our species. While the exact extent of Toba's impact is still debated, it serves as a stark reminder of the potential consequences of underestimating the power of these geological giants. In a world living with the potential for such catastrophic events, knowledge is our greatest defense. Scientists around the world work tirelessly, monitoring the Earth's pulse, listening for the telltale signs of an impending eruption. Using sensitive instruments, they track ground deformation, analyze gas emissions, and study earthquake patterns, searching for any indication that a supervolcano might be stirring from its slumber. This constant vigilance is our best hope of predicting and preparing for the next super eruption. The idea of an overdue supervolcano eruption has captured the public imagination, fueling anxieties and inspiring countless disaster movies. While it's true that Yellowstone, for example, has experienced major eruptions on a timescale of hundreds of thousands of years, the concept of overdue in geological terms is misleading. Volcanoes don't operate on a predictable schedule like a ticking time bomb. While the past can offer clues, predicting the exact timing of a super eruption remains outside our grasp. In a world preoccupied with immediate threats, the danger posed by supervolcanoes often fades into the background. Unlike hurricanes or earthquakes, which can be predicted with some degree of accuracy, supervolcanoes represent a different kind of threat, one that is both distant and potentially catastrophic. This disconnect between the immediacy of our concerns and the long-term risk posed by supervolcanoes contributes to a dangerous complacency. We must remember that while the likelihood of a super eruption in our lifetime is small, the consequences would be felt for generations. While Yellowstone often dominates headlines, it's crucial to remember that it's just one of many potential supervolcanic threats. From Indonesia's Toba to Italy's Campi Flegrei, these slumbering giants are scattered across the globe, each posing a unique set of challenges. Understanding the specific risks associated with each supervolcano, from its potential eruption style to its proximity to populated areas, is essential for developing effective mitigation strategies. Global cooperation and information sharing are paramount in preparing for a threat that knows no borders. The sobering reality is that the world is woefully unprepared for a supervolcanic eruption. The scale of such an event, from the immediate devastation to the long-term global consequences, dwarfs our current disaster response capabilities. Addressing this threat requires a fundamental shift in our thinking. We need to invest in research, develop early warning systems, and create comprehensive disaster response plans that address the unique challenges posed by a super eruption. The time to act is now before the sleeping giants awaken. From blockbuster movies to sensational headlines, the idea of a supervolcano eruption holds a strange allure. Perhaps it's the sheer scale of the destruction, the image of a force so powerful it can reshape continents. Or maybe it's the reminder of our own vulnerability, the realization that for all our technological prowess, we are still at the mercy of nature's whims. Whatever the reason, our fascination with supervolcanoes reveals a deeper truth about the human psyche. Our simultaneous fear and fascination with the unknown, the allure of the apocalypse. The Earth is a dynamic, ever-changing planet shaped by forces both creative and destructive. From the gentle flow of rivers carving canyons to the violent eruptions of volcanoes, our planet is in a constant state of flux. Supervolcanoes, those slumbering giants beneath our feet, are a stark reminder of the immense power that lies hidden within our planet. These colossal forces have the potential to reshape entire landscapes and alter the course of life on Earth. While the likelihood of a super eruption in our lifetime is small, the consequences would be felt for generations. The ash and gases released could disrupt climates, affect agriculture, and impact global economies. And in the case of Yellowstone, some say it's overdue by about 1,000 years. This massive caldera, with its bubbling geysers and steaming vents, sits atop a reservoir of molten rock that could one day burst forth. As we've seen, the ash of past eruptions still darkens the ice cores, a silent testament to the enduring impact of these geological titans. These layers of ash provide a historical record, helping scientists understand past events and predict future ones. The question is not if, but when, the sleeping giants will awaken once more. Their awakening could bring about dramatic changes, challenging our resilience and adaptability. The future, like the ground beneath our feet, is uncertain. We walk on a thin crust, beneath which lies a world of molten rock and immense pressure. But by understanding the risks, investing in research, and working together, we can hope to weather the storm, even if the sky should one day turn to ash. Preparedness and knowledge are our best defenses against the unpredictable forces of nature.